Okay, I have in my possession now two Honda tractors. A Honda HT3813 I just picked up yesterday from auction, and a Honda HT3810 I picked up from auction about 3 or 4 months ago, maybe more, maybe less. This one here is strictly a parts tractor. Unfortunately, it was missing the seat when I got it, but it is a 100% complete machine. It does have a deck. The deck is actually in really nice condition on it. Both spindles spin. All four hoops and casings are actually fairly decent on this machine. They're a little weather cracked, but they're still fairly decent. Primarily the fronts. Now, over to the 3813. This is pretty much the way I got it, besides me adding the battery. This machine does run and drive, but it's missing the deck, unfortunately. So the plan is to take the deck and all necessary hardware from the 3810 and move it over to the 3813. The machines are pretty much identical. Really the only difference is the engine. This one has a 2-cylinder liquid cooled. This one has a single cylinder air cooled. But the way the engines are in here, they're pretty much in the same spot as it would be for the 3810 versus the 3813, as far as I know, and as far as it looks. So I don't think there's any physical differences between the chassis. It's just all the engine. So the 3810 here, I think these are a little bit more rare. There's not as many parts available for these. I had to jerry-rig a carburetor to make this machine run, and it will run. It just doesn't run very well. It has a Kohler Courage, I believe, carburetor I put on it from Bucket Engine. It does actually work, and all the linkages do actually function the way they should, but again, it's not correct. I did find a carburetor for this, but from the pictures I was sent, it just does not look like the correct carburetor, so I did not order it. So that's where we're at on that. Also, the steering wheels are slightly different between... How are they? Well, maybe not. I thought they were. But anyways, the 3813 here is a good running and driving machine, but it does have a few cosmetic issues. Basically, all the cosmetic parts on the 3810 that are good are kind of not so good on the 3813. Like the front hoops and casings, the ones on the 3810 are nicer. The top of the dash on the 3810 is nicer than the 3813, and the rear fender on the 3810 is nicer than the 3813. So I'll be swapping over all those parts along with the more parts probably the next couple days. The weather is getting nicer. Groundhog did see a shadow, so spring is right around the corner. So I definitely want to get some machines taken care of and done. So the idea is... this video will be released now, but from here on out, the videos won't be released until this machine is done and sold, and probably the same with this one right here. That's the goal, just to protect myself and so no one figures out where I am, which is privacy is the biggest deal to me. So that's pretty much it. Two Honda tractors. Going to hopefully make one good one out of them both, but still have a parts tractor in the end that I can sell, since people are looking for parts for these machines. It might be a little difficult to sell, but I'm not into this machine for very much, which is a positive. And while I have it apart, I am going to take a look at the clutch and see if we can maybe get this machine rolling again and potentially driving. But this one does need an engine out, since there is a mouse nest underneath that cover. So if I can get the rear end freed up, I will do an engine out on this, get it all cleaned up, put it back together, and this could maybe be a halfway decent runner and driver. And it's better to have a running and driving parts tractor versus a non-running and driving parts tractor. So that's pretty much it. That's what I'm up to, and that's what I'm going to be working on for the next little while. Primary goal is this one right here, the 3813. Secondary goal, but while I'm in there sort of thing, is the 3810. So I'll talk to them later. Please keep it redneck like always, and please subscribe and comment.